Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's first topic, should he stay or should he go? Look, I know that most Ravens fans right now are not trying to hear anything about football. They're sitting in their house still hurt for the AFC Championship game just like this. But guess what? Time moves on and time waits for no man. That means we're looking to the future. And Annie, you are okay. So that's how we're doing this. But if you've been watching Twitter, watching the news that's been coming out with football, especially pertaining to the Baltimore Ravens, a lot of stuff has been coming out about releasing and letting go certain players, specifically for cap relief, so we can re-sign and get some big signings for the upcoming season. And the big name that's going by right now is Madubuike, of course. Everybody knows that. But the big name that they've talked about releasing, that it's come up, people are talking about it, it would create a lot of cap room, is Marlon Humphrey, a.k.a. Hump. Do the hump, the hump. Do the hump, the hump. And look, I know. A lot of people don't like his tweets and stuff like that. But guess what? Something has to be done, and it's going to be. And I'm on it for getting rid of him. Give me the money. Oh. Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, I don't want Marlon Humphrey going anywhere. Here's why. The Baltimore Ravens defense has prided itself and has been amazing because of its versatility. The ability of multiple players to do multiple different things well or great, right? So because of that, it allows you to really disguise coverages like immensely. Like you don't know what they're going to throw at you because this player could play in the box, on the line, midfield, back, quarters, anything. They could play it all. So you know what I'm saying? So that's what gave the Ravens defense flexibility. He, as bad as last year was for him, was injured. You know who else was injured? Marcus Williams. You know who else was injured? Patrick Queen, Brandon Stevens. Like, think about how many players missed time for the Ravens on the defense. Think about it. Jabo was out for the rest of the season, right? You had a couple players that didn't even play. How many games did Owe miss? This is why I try to tell everybody, as good as the defense was, we were still heavily injured. Very injured. Guys, it's not like, oh, we're playing through. I mean, Marcus Williams didn't have another arm. He was playing with literally one arm. And that can be said for Marlon Humphrey also. Look, good corners do not grow on trees. And Brandon Stevens is turning out to be a very big surprise for us. But guess what? As big a surprise it is, Marlon's ability to guard the slot, guard outside, sometimes take tight ends, and so on and so forth, makes him a prime suspect to give a restructure to his deal. Now, that's what I'm hoping happens. If they can restructure it and stuff like that, or sign a different one to, a little less money, but backloaded or whatever to create flexibility for the Ravens, that makes sense to me. But the outright cutting or releasing this man, that is absolutely asinine, especially since the Ravens corners are always injured every single season. They miss multiple games. You're not just going to let go your best corners and be like, oh, we'll just draft and get first-year players and players that other teams don't want. We'll be just fine. No, that's not called common sense. You ain't going to use common sense. It's Sunday. Can't do that. We cannot afford that. But y'all read what it said, right? USA Today suggested the Ravens could cut cornerback Marlon Humphrey this offseason in a post-June 1st move. They write that cutting Humphrey post-June 1st would save $11.75 million in cap space. So he has to do a restructure. Let me tell you this right now. You see this man? I don't want to get rid of this man. Who I want to get rid of is Ronnie Stanley. Unless he takes a massive pay cut. I'm talking $2 million a year, $3 million a year pay cut. I don't want him. Go! That's who we need to be talking about the Ravens cutting. That's who they should be making these stuff about. Ronnie Stanley. He's been the OBJ of the O-line. He's a part-timer. And he'll make some good plays here and there, but overall, he's still a part-timer. He's habitually absent. Yo. This man missed so many days he couldn't graduate elementary school. But that's fact. You can't even argue it. These are why I'm saying what I'm saying. Him is a necessity. The defense has already lost or is going to lose a lot of talent. We've already lost multiple defensive coordinators. We're going to lose multiple players. They're already saying that Patrick Queen is most likely going to end up on the Seahawks. You know what I mean? Clowney, are we going to resign him? Van Noy, are we going to resign him? What are we going to do with Geno Stone? Matabike. Oh, we have to resign Matabike. You see what I'm trying to say? So the loss of him to a room that is perpetually hurt for the Ravens throughout the regular season all the way to the playoffs makes absolutely no sense. To me, this is them wanting to weaken the Ravens even further. And when I mean further, I mean further. Because nobody, outside of Baltimore, nobody wants to see the Ravens win. Like, if the Chargers win, everyone will be like, oh, yeah, we always knew Herbert was the guy. He's so fly, he touched the sky. Same thing with Trevor Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? But when we're talking about what this is and what we have, nobody wants to see us prosper. We're the ugly stepchild. So to me, this is just them trying to stir something up, hoping that, hey, he can go to another great team and then, get on with them. And then also, weaken the Ravens moving forward. Because you didn't hear them saying this about Philly. Philly had a monstrous amount of talent. They still do. Philly probably has one of the most deep rosters of just pure talent in the NFL. Philly and 49ers. Who else has talent like those two teams? Please, name them. Stand up. Speak for yourselves. You can't. You can't. And that's my mindset. Look, I know. You know how I get down. I want money to get a receiver. After I get Mike Evans, I want all draft picks going to the O-line. I want that revamped. And I don't want to hear people telling me it's impossible because we've seen Kansas City rebuild their wide receiving core in one season, off season. We've seen them also rebuild their entire O-line in one off season. So this whole notion and notice like, oh, Nitro, you're wishing on a star. It's really far. It can't go that, drive like a car. Like, no, I don't want to hear no excuses. It has to get done. Ronnie Stanley and Morgan Moses were a liability on the defense, and they're both guarding your right and left and right tackle. Like, bro, you can't play with those. If you go back and watch tape and a lot of plays that Lamar's been doing, he's making magic happen. Guys are in the backfield with him, literally grabbing his face, hands all on his face, hands all over his brain. He's sitting there like, what's going on here? What's going on? That's what's going on. Bare hands all over him. Pause. And then he has to dip, dive, duck, and dodge to get out of that, reset, and then try to make a play. And everyone's like, well, if you didn't make that play, you're not the player we thought you were. No one can make that play. So what? That's the mindset. That's why it's frustrating. That's why I look at it and I'm like, because, how does no one not see this? But this is why I want to keep him with a restructuring and also a pay cut. But Ronnie Stanley got to go. He's not healthy. He can't stay healthy. He's proven it for the past 3 seasons. And on top of it, he can't anchor, and he's had a lot of trouble. So he would have to go. But him, he stays. For me, he definitely stays. But what do you guys think? Do you think Marlon Humphrey should be gone? Or do you think, hey, we got to keep him. We don't have that many corners as is, and our corners are always hurt. Let me know what you think down in the comment section, all right? Because I really want to know what you guys think. But as always, that's an episode of the Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. Y'all know how we get down. We have fun and we laugh. But everything we talk about rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. You don't love the comment. And if you have not done so already, check out the Wunderkind Show's Patreon. Yes, 3 tiers of content goodness waiting for your consumption. Give it a look, give it a try. Let me know what you think. And if you would like to donate to this channel, help out with equipment and stuff like that, bottom of the screen, QR codes to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do, and the name of it is The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. Another thing for the patrons who have done stuff, donated money and subscribed, we will start a Wednesday live every Wednesday for you guys personally. I'm letting you guys know that now. So if you're a patron, get ready for that to start this week. We will be going live. I will be sending out the stuff for you guys to watch it, and only you guys will be able to view it for the patrons, all right? So much love to you guys. Thank you so much for the support. But like I said before, it's another episode of The Wunderkind Show. This show's not just signing off, and as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here.
Finish him, Daddy.
Yeah.